When it comes to an essentials kit, this vehicle here is exactly that. We go on about the essentials, and usually what I'm talking about there when it comes to towing a boat or towing a caravan and getting a Chevy 2500 HD on the road ready to do exactly that. I'm Dean Bleasnart, the co-founder of Big Dog Builds. With over 650 trucks through the workshop these days, we are the most awarded American truck company in Australia for a reason. This Chevy 2500 is the first Cypress Grey model in the 2025 range from GMSV here in Australia. We're going to walk around, show you what's inside this essentials package, why the customer chose to go for this setup to tow his big boat. We'll get into that one in a second as well. But this one here, Cypress Grey, I didn't get a chance on the first few that came through the workshop because they were in and out in a heartbeat. And speaking about getting your vehicle into the workshop, if you're interstate or you're struggling to get your vehicle up into Big Dog Builds, we can help with the transport options. So getting your vehicle into Big Dog Builds, that's the easy part. Then you can fly in, get a good handover with the team, and then take your vehicle, either stay local for a few days and get to know it if you've got a lot of things going on and you haven't built a four-wheel drive before, or if you've done one of these things in the past, you're ready to go home and enjoy the new setup here from Big Dog Builds. Starting with the mud flaps on an essentials package. This customer has chosen to run a negative offset wheel and add the color-coded flares. The color-coded flares look the part. I think it really ties off the Chevy 2500 platform very well, but the biggest benefit with adding the color-coded flares is by installing these little bad boys here, which are the new kickback mud flaps for the front end. This is going to stop a lot of the stones flicking up the side of the vehicle. The factory flares and the guards on the Chevy 2500 have got a little bit of protection there, but adding something like this is going to ensure that the side of the vehicle is going to stay in good condition. And with the negative offset wheel, we'll jump into the wheels and tyres in a second. This is my favourite combo on the Chevy 2500 HD. I think it just looks the part. It makes the vehicle have that nice stance on the road. With the 3-inch BDS suspension kit, which is what's installed in this one, it is our most popular kit. And like I said, being the essentials package, having a good suspension kit as a base is still number one. With the Fox shocks in these kits, you've got adjustability both high speed and low speed. And you may ask the question that you don't need this sort of shock absorber because you're not doing a lot of off-road use. But with the adjustability in these shocks and having that external reservoir holding the oil from the shock absorbers, once you do start hitting those high speed or corrugated roads is where this Fox DSC shock is really going to come into its own. When that shock absorber is copping a lot of abuse and the vehicle's at high speed, the shock absorber is working quite hard, bouncing up and down, they heat up quite quickly, and having the additional oil stored away from the vehicle, or away from the reservoir itself, means that that oil is nice and cool. That's going to transfer in between the shock absorber and the remote res itself. With the adjustability in these shocks, like I said, you may not want to get in and adjust them on every single trip. So playing around with it a little bit and finding that sweet spot when you first get it. We all know what it's like to get something new and you want to go home and play around with it. Set those ones. A lot of customers don't end up doing too much, but if you are going to hit something like the Gibb River Road, or if you're going to do a lot of beach work, getting in there and having that chance to adjust the shock absorbers will give you the best ride performance out of the vehicle. Speaking of ride performance, the wheels and tyres add to that, and what we do there is add a smaller wheel. So we go from the 20-inch rim down to an 18-inch wheel most of the time. You can stick to a 20-inch wheel with different offsets. I personally like going for a slightly smaller rim and a bigger sidewall in the tyre. What's that going to allow you to do is air down that tyre, create a bigger surface area on the road itself or on the beach if you're going to air down and hit those beaches around Australia. The apex valves make airing up and down really, really simple. We'll crack this one here. Simply spin around that little tab and pull that. It is quite loud. That's going to dump from 50 PSI down to 15, 20 PSI in a matter of about 15 seconds. So super quick to hit the beach. I like to do it pretty simply. When I start off and hit the beach track, I'll literally do it by eye. Just see how much that sidewall, how that looks on the road. The different vehicle setups with the different weights is going to mean that different pressures is going to bulge out those tyres in different ways. So every vehicle is going to be slightly different. For beach work, I typically say start around that 20 PSI in a vehicle like this one here, and you've got that little bit more to play with. With the bead grip technology and the KMC forged wheels here, you've got single digit pressures that you can go down to, and this tyre is going to stay nice and sticky on the seal. You're not going to blow that bead and need to get dirty and try to get the tyre back on. So air down, nice and low. The 35, 12.5, 18 from Nitto is a really popular tyre. That's a massive 1800 loads per tyre, and the wheel itself has got an 1849 kilo load rating. So forged monoblock wheel from KMC. This is the impact wheel and is the 18/9 -12 fitment. With the negative fitment that comes away from the vehicle, the more positive it goes further in. So coming out that little bit wider is going to give you nice fitment inside the flares. This one here doesn't poke at all, but the color-coded flares cover that little bit wider stance that this wheel and tyre combination offers. So that's your suspension, that's your wheels, that's your tyres. This one here's got the flares and the kickback mud flaps. Spin around to the rear end, we'll see what's going on with the suspension, wheel and tyre combination, the spare wheel, and how this vehicle is going to tow a big boat. When it comes to the rear end of the Chevy 2500, the Cypress Grey, like I said, every single light just changes a little bit of the paint colour. It looks grey, it looks green. There's nothing else out there like it, I don't think. So it's definitely becoming a very popular colour. But at the back of this vehicle, as we looked at the front, we had the mud flaps and we had the flares. It's exactly the same at the rear. So we've got these nice big flares on the back that's going to stop the stones flicking up off this wheel and tyre combination, and the colour-coded flares at the rear are covering that tyre fitment really nicely. So that's the back end of the wheels and tyres, or the flares. The wheels and tyres obviously the same as what's on the front, but the benefit with a 35, 12.5, 18 means that the spare wheel can fit up underneath. So that spare wheel's up underneath on this one here. Quite simple at the back of this vehicle. We've got the grey and the red Anderson plug. The red Anderson plug is going to be a 20 amp fuse under the bonnet. So that's a direct feed to the batteries underneath the bonnet itself. And that means that you could run a regulated solar blanket straight into that red Anderson plug, trickle charge those batteries under the bonnet. This is a very handy setup to do if you're going to be up and at a camp spot, the vehicle's going to sit still for a matter of days. That red Anderson plug's going to trickle charge the batteries under the bonnet, keep them nice and topped up. It's amazing how much power these vehicles can use just opening and closing the doors. Those factory batteries under the bonnet, even though there is two there, they're going to go flat pretty quickly, especially if kids are jumping in, jumping out, they're trying to charge phones. Trust me, looking after these batteries is going to save you in the long run, and that little red Anderson plug is one key feature for that. The grey Anderson plug, if you've got a van that wants to charge while the vehicle's off, it's not going to do that. But with the grey Anderson plug, it's got your 50 amp rated output only while the vehicle's driving. So as you're driving, that one's going to charge up the caravan batteries. You've got your 12-pin plug there. You've already got your standard trailer connections through that 12-pin plug. And if you've got a GMSV camera kit going onto the caravan or on the back of a boat trailer or something like that, you can plug straight into there. So that's as simple as the rear end setup is on this one here. And then we've also got the airbags underneath, and they have the two little Schrader valves there. So you got your left-hand valve, your right-hand valve. Simply air up those airbags if you're wanting to do that nice and simply. This vehicle came into us to tow. So the big benefit with the airbags on this one here is the customer's upgraded and done the Air IQ. The Air IQ's got a remote control that you can inflate, deflate those airbags from the comfort of the driver's seat or inside the cab while you're on the run. But if you're going to do different trailer loads, if the boat's got fuel in it, for example, if you've got gear in it, it's going to be a little bit heavier on the ball. And so having the adjustability with the Air IQ there, you've also got a phone app. I do have a cracked screen, so mind that one, but we can inflate that airbag setup by just touching the button there on the phone itself. You can go through and you can set the different settings on these as well. So you've got 7 different settings that you can set on the Air IQ. It's got its own little air compressor on board on the chassis rail. We don't combine this one here to do tyres though. So the airbags, the compressor's big enough to do these 2 airbags quite easily, but I wouldn't recommend going and trying to fill up a tyre as well off this. It could possibly do it, but it's only a little single compressor. It's going to take a long time to do a 35-inch tyre up to 60 PSI or whatever you run as a daily pressure. But as you can see there, the rear of this vehicle's gaining quite a bit of height there, just on 55, 60 PSI now. So it's gained a good couple inches of height, and I'll dump those all the way down to 0 and you'll see that one drop down as well. So it's just above shoulder height now. People ask me as well, am I going to be able to raise the vehicle up and down a lot? That one there, you gained a couple inches just by going from 0 PSI up to 60, but obviously with a leaf sprung truck, that vehicle weight's going to determine, the back of the vehicle height is going to be determined on how heavy the load is on those leaf springs. So there's only so far you can bend a piece of metal with the weight of the vehicle. That's where the sitting height's going to be in the back. And if you've got a canopy on the back there as well, that's when you want to do a leaf spring setup. You want to get the suspension dialed in, and those airbags are just there as an assist. You don't want to run the airbags at 80 PSI all the time to keep the vehicle nice and level. That's telling you that you got your vehicle not set the correct way. So getting that one dialed in the proper way with the essentials kit, just like this one here, is going to give you a great driving vehicle. As you know, with the Chevy 2500s, you might read it online, but a lot of people talk about the factory vehicle. They've got enough power to tow really well, but they lack a little bit when they porpoise, and that comes down to the shock absorbers standard on these vehicles, the Ranchos. They're not the best. You can grab one out, you can just see how they dampen and what they do. They're just no good. So going to the Fox 2.5 remote res shock is my recommendation, and spend the money in the right areas, just like this customer has here. Suspension, the wheels, the good tyres, the flares. He's done the mud flaps at the front to stop the stones flicking up. The mud flaps up the back there is going to stop the stones flicking from the vehicle and hitting the boat itself. Then you've got the tow bar wiring combination there, the airbags in the back, and the customer's gone that one little extra effort and done the Air IQ, so you can do the adjustability of these airbags from the comfort of the front seat. Speaking of national, if you're interstate and you want to get your vehicle into Big Dog Builds and get it built by the best, we've got a transport network that can get your vehicle in here in a matter of the next few weeks. We carry plenty of stock options on the shelf now, so we can get parts allocated to your name very, very quickly. But it's also first in, best dressed. There's a few bull bars, there's a few different other options that are becoming quite hard to get around the world at the moment. We're trying to secure as much as we can, and we want to get your vehicle in and out in a heartbeat. So that's the Chevy 2500 Essentials package. If you want to see these things boogie up the beach, this season here is one to watch. If you want to see a little bit of behind the scenes, this one here is one to watch. A full walk around with Justin, that one's down there, and a big Chevy, that one there is one to watch as well.